The main event from Pro Wrestling Noah's Star Navigation on February 23rd, 2024 in Korakuen Hall was for the Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Championship. The champions, HEY and Tadasuke, were challenged by Eita and HAYATA. Now, look, I've been away for a little while, 16 months, though I have been following Pro Wrestling Noah for about 8 years, off and on. A lot of times on, but I've taken breaks here or there. I don't plan to do that again because I have learned my lesson. This wrestling makes me happy. This wrestling makes me feel good. But all this to say, Eita and HAYATA as a tag team? Well, damn. I mean, Eita was always in the hated Paros de Mal de Japón. Now, I know something bad happened with them back when I was watching before. They were sort of kicked out of Noah or something. It was a wild situation. Then they returned, and now they're gone again. I don't know. But Eita is over, baby. The fans love this guy because even when he was in the hated faction, Paros de Mal de Japón, there was this guy just has it. There's a magic about him. HAYATA as well. HAYATA, he's like a 5-time or more junior heavyweight champion. This guy is badass. I've been a big fan of Tadasuke, and I always felt that HEY had potential, but I didn't like him being the Japanese Jeff Hardy. You know, I felt like he needed his own identity. And I feel like he's found it with the GLG, the good-looking guys. Same way with Tadasuke. He was in Congo, and I always thought he was kind of badass, but just didn't get the credit he deserved. He was sort of the runt of the litter somewhat down there with Haruki. And now, you know, these two have stepped up to main event level because we're talking about the main event. We're talking about the junior tag team champions, Tadasuke and HEY, taking on two of the best juniors I have ever seen, HAYATA and Eita. And that match was exactly what I hoped it would be. Now, here's the thing. Unfortunately, Eita got drop kicked in the face hard by HEY within the first several minutes of this match and was outside the ring nursing his bruises and his aches and his pains for 7-8 minutes. For 7-8 minutes of this match, HAYATA was in the ring. It was a 2-on-1 match. HEY and Tadasuke took major advantage of this, beating HAYATA up. HAYATA stood tall, though. He did a good job, you know, the drop kicking both of them at the same time, using all his abilities, which are many, to stand against a 2-on-1 situation until finally Eita made his way back in, and when he did, he went crazy. He was a house of fire, if you will, and just went off on the champions, and it looked like multiple times that we were set to see new champions. I mean, even the commentators were saying on and on and on. Mark Pickering and Stu Fulton, I think they had another guy with them for part of this. I don't know. I apologize, guys, if I'm wrong here, but they went on saying how it looks like there's going to be new champions here, especially once Eita recovered. Before that, it was a different story. The champions were on cruise control and looked like it was going to be 2-on-1, and they would end this match rather easily. But that's just how much it flip-flopped once Eita got back in. But it wasn't to be. Tadasuke turned it up a notch, and boy, was I excited to see that. Like I said, I've always felt like this guy deserved more than he got when he was in Congo, even though I was a big fan of Congo. And he took these guys out with his clotheslines. He just looked terrific. He finished Eita with 2 of his big running clotheslines and 3 package pile drivers. Now, that's saying a lot that it took that much to take Eita out, but it took that much to take him out, and it did take him out, and the champions retained. Tadasuke's gotten such big balls now that he calls out Daga to challenge him for his junior heavyweight singles champion belt. Tadasuke wants to be a 2-belt holder just like his partner in GLG is, and I mean, that looks attractive to him, and he's definitely something he's looking forward to doing, just like Jack Morris. And Daga comes out sort of mockingly, laughs, and says, okay, but one condition. Me and Ogawa get to challenge you and your partner, HEY, for the junior tag title. So there you got it, folks. We are going to see this matchup, Daga versus Tadasuke, for the junior heavyweight championship. And we're also going to see Daga and Ogawa, Yoshinari Ogawa, take on HEY and Tadasuke for the junior tag team championships. So, wow, crazy. The junior scene in Pro Wrestling Noah has always been insane. It's always known to be crazy and hyped up and wild, and it clearly remains that way. What a terrific main event. What an incredible show this was. Again, talking about Star Navigation 2024 on the 23rd of February. And it's a can't miss show for sure. Great job. Thank God for Pro Wrestling Noah. Thank God I returned and my senses came to me and I realized this is wrestling done right. And wherever wrestling done right is, and it's very hard to find, that's where you'll find me, Adam Lavelle, the wrestling snob. And I'm going to do all I can to hype this company and bring you my thoughts on it on every one of their shows. Definitely the major ones. So we'll see how it goes. I work a lot of hours. I have a professional job for a major Fortune 500 company, and I just do all that I can to do the best job I can. But in my free time, it's Pro Wrestling Noah. And if you're interested, World Wonder Ring Stardom, the two best wrestling companies in the world. Again, thanks, Noah. I'll see you on the next show.